Good evening. I hope everyone is doing well. So last time we talked about multiplication of matrices. Today we are going to talk about determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. So we also have determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix, but for now I have to talk about the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix first. So I'm sure that in our next video we'll talk about the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. So let's say you have a matrix A which has elements A, B, C, D, and you have been asked to calculate for the determinant of that matrix A. So usually when you see this symbol, it means determinant. Okay, so for short, this is how you write determinant. So for short, this is how you write determinant. So this means determinant of A. That's the short form. So to find the determinant of the matrix A, this is what you do. You find the product of the diagonal elements. If I say diagonal, see, this is a diagonal relationship. A and what? D. And B and C, yeah, those are the diagonal relationship. So the product of the first diagonal, that's what? A and D, minus the product of the second element in the diagonal, that's B and C. So A times D minus C times B will give the determinant. Please, it is not B times C. No, it should be the first diagonal relationship first. I hope you get it. The first diagonal. So always the first element times this. You get it? Minus the second element in the first row times this. I hope you get it. Please don't do it B times C first. No, you have to begin with the first element first. So A times D minus C times B. Another illustration, let's say if you have a matrix M which has elements E, F, G, H, and you're looking for the determinant of the matrix M. So this is how I write it. I hope you get it. So how do you find the determinant? It's what? E times H minus what? G, or F times G, the same thing. This multiplication. I hope you get it. So always know that the first diagonal minus the second diagonal, the product. I hope you get it. So E times H minus G times F. I hope you get it. Very, very simple. This is not difficult. It's very, very easy. So let's try our hands on some questions and let's move on. So let's say I have given that x is equal to 2, 1, 35. Find the determinant of x. So how do you find the determinant of x? Very, very simple. So this is our matrix x, which has element 2, 1, 35. Now if I want to find the determinant of x, this is how I write it. This symbol means determinant of x. So the first diagonal relationship is 2 and 5, right? So 2 times 5 minus the second diagonal relationship, 1 and 3. So times what? Minus 3 times 1. Now 2 times 5 will give me 10. 3 times 1 will give negative 3. This are you following? 2 times 5 gives me 10. Minus 3 times 1 will give me 3. Now 10 minus 3 will give me 7. Very, very simple. So that's how you calculate for the determinant. So let's try our hands on another question again. I want us to clear any doubts in our mind. So we have another question that says that if A equals negative 2, 4, 1, negative 2, find the determinant of A. So this is the matrix. The matrix A is for negative 2, 4, 1, negative 2. You get it? And the determinant of A becomes equal to 2 times negative 2 minus 4 times 1. 2 times negative 2. See the relationship. The first diagonal. Sorry, it is negative. The first diagonal, you have negative 2. Second element here is negative 2. So negative 2 times negative 2. So please, the there's negative here, sorry. So negative 2 times negative 2, that will give you that will give you positive 4, sorry. Then we are going to have the diagonal relationship, 4 times minus 4 times 1. I hope you get it. So there's a mistake here, there's an error. So we have negative 2 times negative 2. So you see, that'll give positive 4. Now 4 times 1, that'll give you 4. I hope you get it. So now you have 4 minus 4. So the answer is supposed to be 0. Please, sorry for the error, okay? I hope you are following. So negative 2 times negative 2 will give you positive 4 minus 4 times 1. That will give you minus 4. So 4 minus 4 is 0. Please, sorry for the error, okay? So that's how we calculate for the determinant. We have advanced questions. So let's try our hands on these questions. It says solve the following equations. So now you see, you are saying that the determinant of this matrix, x plus 1, 3, 2x minus 1, 3 is equal to 4. So we're trying to tell you that when you find the determinant of this matrix, your answer is supposed to be 4. Okay, so the question is asking us to solve the equation. In other words, it's telling us to find for the value of x. So let's try our hands on it. So the same thing. So this tells you that we are finding the determinant. And how do you find the determinant of a matrix? So this is how I'm going to do it. First, the product of the elements, the first diagonal. You get it? So x plus 1 times 3 minus 2x minus 1 times 3. How is it? Very, very easy. The same principle. We have nothing has changed here. We are applying the same principle. So when you have x plus 1 times 3 minus 2x minus 1 times 3. So I'm going to have, let's expand the bracket. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 1 is 3. Minus 3 times 2x is what? Positive 2x. 3 times negative 1 is what? Negative 3. All should be equal to what? 4. Okay. Now let's expand the bracket. We have 3x plus 3. Now here, pay attention. There's negative here. There's negative 1 here. So if you want to expand this bracket, negative 1 times 6x is what? Negative 6. Negative 1 times negative 3 will give positive 3. Please pay attention. Most students make mistake here. So in front of the bracket, there's always a coefficient of negative 1 here. But because of this negative, it makes it negative 1. So if you want to expand this bracket, negative 1 times 6x will give you negative 6x. Negative 1 times negative 3, negative will give you positive. So negative 1 times negative 3 will give positive 3. All should be equal to what? 4. I hope we are following. Now let's group like terms. The variables one side, the constant one side. Variables are just numbers with letters, and the constants are just numbers. I hope you get it. So from this side, let's group like terms. So we have 3x minus what? 6x. I hope you get it. Plus 3 plus what? 3. I hope you are following. So we are going to have 3x minus 6x will give you negative 3x because 3 is less than 6. I hope you get it. So we're going to have 3x minus 6x will give you negative 3x. 3 plus 3 will give you 6. All should be equal to 4. Now let's group like terms again. Let's make the variable stand alone and the constant to start alone. So we're going to have negative 3x. If the 6 crosses the equal to sign, the sign changes from positive to negative. So you have negative 6. Okay. So we're going to have 3x is equal to negative 2. Do you understand? Now, the question asks us to calculate for the value of x. So if I want to make sure that x to stand alone, I need to divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x means the number in front of x, which is negative 3. So I'm going to have negative 3x divided by negative 3. Here to negative 2 divided by what? Negative 3. Whatever you do at the right hand side, do it at the left hand side. I hope you get it. You can't just divide only this. No, you have to divide both sides of the equation by the coefficients of x, which is negative 3. So this cancels this. X stands alone. Now negative 2 divided by negative 3. All the negative will cancel, giving you 2 on 3. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. Okay, it's the same approach. Nothing has changed here. The same approach that we use to calculate for the determinant. The same principle that we are using. Nothing has changed. Just that here we have variables in it. I hope you get it. Let's solve another question. So another question is this. We have 5x plus 2, 6x minus 3, 4, and 3. All is equal to 0. So we want to look for the value of x. The same principle. This tells you that we are looking for what? Determinant. And how do you look for determinant? You cross multiply. Okay. So cross multiply, you find the product of the diagonal elements. So the first diagonal has 5x plus 2 and 3. And the second diagonal has what? 6x minus 3 and 4. Okay, so let's find the product. So 5x plus 2 times 3, bracket close, minus bracket open, 6x minus 3 times 4. I hope you are following. Now let's expand the bracket. 3 times 5x will give you 15x. 3 times 2 will give you what? 6. Now let's come here. Minus 4 times 6x is what? 24x. 4 times negative 3 will give us negative 12. Or it's equal to 0. Now let's expand the bracket. So 15x plus what? 6. Here there's what? The coefficient of 1 here. But because of this negative, it makes it negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 24x will give you negative 24x. Negative 1 times negative 12 will give you positive 12. Please, whenever you have negative multiplying negative, you're going to have positive. But when it's negative multiplying positive, that'll give you negative. Please take note of that relationship. So because this is negative multiplying negative, you're going to have a positive number. I hope you get it. All should be equal to 0. Once again, let's group like terms. The variables one side, the numbers or the constant one side. So we have 15x minus 24x plus 6 plus 12. I hope you are following. Now 15x minus 24x will give you negative 9x. Now 6 plus 12 will give you what? 18. Now once again, let's group like terms. The numbers to stand alone, the constant to stand alone. So we are sending this 18 to our other side. But because it's positive here, when it crosses the equal to sign, it becomes negative 18. Now when you have negative 9x is equal to negative 18. We are looking for the value of x. So what do? You have to divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient of x. In other words, we divide both sides of the equation by the number in front of x, so that x stands alone, and the number is negative 9. I hope you are following. So you are going to have negative 9x divided by negative 9 is equal to negative 18 divided by negative 9. Now this cancels this. X stands alone. Now negative 18 divided by negative 9. If you have negative dividing, they turn to positive. So this negative cancels this. Now you have 18 divided by 9. That will give you x is equal to what? 2. The same principle. We are applying the principle that we used to calculate for determinants. Nothing has changed here. I hope you get it. So in our next video, we'll solve another question that will lead us to quadratic equation under the determinants. Okay, so see you in my next video.